Becoming a teacher might be one of the most exciting and challenging experiences for anyone. Yeah, it is very difficult to put your years of knowledge into a classroom environment. It is difficult at first, but it does become easier with time. So, as a new teacher, like very new, I looked for tips that any teacher should know, and I'm going to share them with you, and I hope it helps. So, let's get to it. Tip number 1: making mistakes is part of the learning process. Don't be afraid to ask questions and learn from old teachers or your colleagues in general, because you don't have to know everything, and you don't. Tip number 2: ignore negativity in the workplace. You will come across teachers who keep complaining about everything, like their classroom, their students, and stuff. So don't care about what they say, because they are not you, and vice versa. Maybe they just didn't know how to work things up, but you do. Tip number 3: prioritize professional development. Find your own PD. Don't think that you already know about teaching, because as a new teacher, you need to make professional development a priority and devote time to learn new strategies that you can use in your classroom. So focus on one thing to improve in yourself before moving on to a new thing. Like elementary teachers, for example, they teach history, mathematics, science, etc. So they should focus on one thing to improve and learn and develop, then move to a new one, even if it takes a lot of time. Tip number 4, and this is very important: try to build a good relationship with your students, as school to them is their new or second home. Be a friend, a father, a mother, a brother, a sister, whatever. Because besides being a teacher, you are an educator. You don't just deliver knowledge to them, you educate them, you raise them, you teach them how to behave correctly. So focus on this point the most. Tip number 5: have an open mind. And I mean by that, accept difference in everyone. You may go into your first year thinking that your classroom is gonna look a certain way and you're going to embrace a specific teaching style. No, you will come across people who think different than you do, so you gotta embrace that and accept it and deal with it. The next tip is take time for yourself. Do the things you like. You are not just a teacher. Before being a teacher, you are a human being. Don't push yourself too hard. Just devoting time to teaching students in classroom. You've got a family. If you are married, take care of yourself. Okay, do the things you like, as I have mentioned. The last thing to say is that students think that school sucks. We all did. We all have been there. I have been there. So your biggest goal or challenge might be making them love your subject, at least loving your subject. For us, English, for example. I want to advise you to buy this book called Useful English for Teachers and Students, which contains points about grammar, writing, pronunciation, vocabulary, and in addition to that, some exercises with the answers.